Couch Potato Radio Show. This is a lighthearted show where we discuss our favorite sitcoms, share funny anecdotes, and put our sitcom knowledge to the test. My name is Maya.
I'm Stefan.
I'm Gabby.
And I'm Shiza.
And we're so excited to start the show and share our love for sitcoms with you guys. This episode, we are sharing our 4 finale episodes, our favorites, for our finale episode of the season. So grab some breakfast, locate your nearest couch, and join us for our last show of the season.
Gabby's going through the motions.
Yeah. Really feeling it. It's pulling on all my heartstrings.
How do you guys feel about the season as a whole? How do you think we've done so far?
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think we absolutely smashed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely smashed it. Phenomenal. Absolutely immaculate, yeah.
British accent on point once again, as always.
Right on cue.
We got through a lot of sitcoms too, so
Yeah.
And now we're talking about the finales.
The
I feel like finales are just like, they like hit hard too.
yeah,
They
they're
do.
bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
You get connected to a show.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
they're just bitter, actually. I hate finales.
It's bittersweet, definitely.
No sweet.
There's no sweet, it's just
I don't know, I
bitter.
feel like
I hate when stuff ends. Like, why can't I just keep going forever and ever?
sometimes it's a nice ending too. You get to see things come to a nice end, and it kind of
Yeah.
brings you back throughout memory lane of the whole show. So that's sometimes a nice
Yup.
little
Yeah.
touch to go back down memory lane. But also, it's like now it's over.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little tough.
You can always rewatch stuff. I mean, I do it all the
Yeah.
time.
The amount of times I've rewatched The Office is just like the finale happens and then
It's like, I'm just start it
just start it all over again.
Yeah. It's a new adventure. I don't think I've ever done that for like. I've done it for other shows, but I haven't done it right away. I usually wait a few years and then like let me
Few
go rewatch
years.
the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done that with like Pretty Little Liars just so I don't know
Exactly.
everything that happens.
Like,
again.
I did that with Pretty Little Liars, and
Did
then I
you?
could not remember who A was. I was like, who is A? So yeah.
Yeah. Imagine being like an actor on a show or something, and then
Having
you know,
to, like, end
6,
the
7
show. Yeah.
seasons.
And then it ends, like, it's like,
It was sad.
Growing up together, like you start as a kid, and then like
Yeah.
you guys finish later. I would be crying
Right?
all over the place,
All over the place.
everywhere.
All right, well, we're going to go through some of our favorite finales with you guys, so stay tuned. Let's get going.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's get started with a show that actually is about kids kind of growing up together, even though it's only 4 seasons. The first show we're going to be talking about is a show that we actually already talked about this season already, which is Jessie. But this time, instead of the pilot, we're talking about the finale. So, in this episode, we have Christina, which is the 4 kids. If you don't remember, that's Emma, Luke, Zuri, and Robbie. And then Jessie, the nanny. We have Christina showing up at the penthouse, and she's very rarely ever there. She's kind of a mom that's a little bit distant. Dad wasn't in the episode at all. This episode, I don't know why, but the parents, they're really busy. They're like producers of movies and stuff, so they don't really have a lot of time to spend with their kids. So Christina shows up, and she's kind of having a hard time connecting with like her own kids, kind of like how Jessie was at the beginning. In the first episode, she like was having a hard time with the kids. So Christina's kind of like, oh, like, why can't I get, what can I do to feel this connection with my children? I don't know. They are not really connected to me. And then I think she actually talked to Bertram, and Bertram was like, oh, it's something about, if Jessie's not around, that's when you'll do it. So Christina, this is kind of like the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, it's kind of upsetting. She was like, oh, okay, let me just get rid of Jessie then. And like gives her this role on this movie that she's producing. So then Jessie goes out to LA to start filming this like movie or whatever it is. And then the kids are all like, we need Jessie. So they go chase after Jessie, and then when they're there, they get stuck on the Hollywood sign, which is crazy. I don't know how that happens, 'cause I'm pretty sure there's trespassing, but whatever. So they get stuck on the Hollywood sign, and then Jessie, with her nanny instincts, can hear like the children like yelling for help. So she does like some super cool like double agent kind of thing. I don't really know what it was. It was like Charlie's Angels, I don't know, something like that, and like goes and rescues the kids off of the Hollywood sign somehow. And then the director of this movie, who wasn't really like a big fan of Jessie before, he was like, what is this girl, like her acting, or what is going on? But when he sees her like rescue the kids, he's like, I'm gonna hire you in my new TV show about a nanny by day, superhero by night, or something like that. And then she ends up taking it, and all the kids are like, no, it's fine, because if she takes it, she can't be their nanny anymore. But they tell her that, you know, she deserves it. She's done so much for them, so now it's her time to go and soar and fly. And so she leaves. She's not their nanny anymore, and she goes off to Hollywood to become a big-time actress, which has been her dream since the beginning. That's what I think is so beautiful about the way this show wraps up, is we can see at the beginning of the episode, her goal was to become an actress. That's like the first season, first episode. And so she showed up and she said, I'm going to be an actress, and then she didn't really get it. But then it took like 3 seasons, and then finally it wraps up with her finally getting what she wanted, and I guess deserved, because she had to put up with these kids for many years. So it's a hard job. Did you guys watch this episode?
Yeah, it was like a nice full circle moment.
It definitely is
she
full
got
circle.
She got to make her dreams come true. And when she was like hugging the kids at the end, when she was hugging who played Cameron? Luke.
Yeah.
When she hugged Luke, I was like, oh my god, that is so sad, because like that, like, I'm just like, Cameron Boyce was such a wonderful human being, and like seeing that, like, that was just like their last time acting together, it was like so sad. But
it was already sad. I mean, I've seen this episode 3 times at least. I know. I remember the very first time, like, when Jessie first ended, I watched it, and then I watched it again, and then I watched it last night, and I've cried every time.
As you should. It is so sad.
I was watching it with my mom, and I was like, oh my god. And then, like, I wasn't crying before. I was trying not to cry. I was like, this is embarrassing. I don't want to cry. And then as soon as she hugged, like, Lou, like you were saying, I was like, oh my gosh, it makes it so much sadder now that he's dead. And then Waterworks. Like,
literally.
Wait, he's dead?
Yeah, he passed away.
I did not know.
Yeah. But you also, like, you don't know Jessie, right?
Yeah, like Jessie's one of those shows where like I've seen around, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
You know, like it was all miscellaneous episodes at other people's houses. It was always fun to watch.
Yeah.
But I didn't have that channel at home, so I just
So you didn't like have the connection to it. So yeah, like he did die. The freckled kid.
It was sad.
Yeah. Very sad. But what, like I said this before, I kind of think what Christina did. I kind of want to hear what you guys think about what Christina did. Like, do you agree with the trying to get rid of Jessie? Like, in a way, it was helping her, but at the same time, it was selfish.
I mean, it worked out, you know?
It did.
Yeah.
Jessie now has her dream job, and it all kind of...
Yeah.
It kind of worked out for the best.
It did.
Yeah.
Like you said, initially, selfish.
Yeah.
100%. But... It's a little sitcom, right? I think we knew that by the end of the episode, if this wasn't the finale, Jessie would have been back anyway. It would have been no big deal.
Yeah.
And, you know, if she's not back, well, it's because she got her dream job and it worked. So I don't...
Yeah.
I just took it in a really lighthearted way because it was a sitcom and it didn't, you know, really strike me. But
I also don't really blame her. She is like their mother, and she doesn't want to connect with them. I mean, she did kind of create this situation for herself, but it must be hard though, like when you come home, if you were coming home with your own children, and like to see them more connected to like, the nanny, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's a struggle a lot of people go through actually, but
definitely.
Like that's such an important figure in their life too, for like 4 years, and then all of a sudden for her to leave, like I mean, I don't know how that would feel, you know, so.
Yeah. I mean, she was originally only scheduled to leave for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I was like, it's a little selfish, but it's 2 weeks. It's not like she's leaving forever. And then, turns out she actually is. But it's for the best, and she chose to, so it's all good. It's all good.
Eventually, it did work out okay because she did get what she wanted. But my question was always like, she's been your nanny for 4 years. You've been a movie producer for these entire 4 years.
Yeah, you couldn't have done that before.
Exactly. Like, you could have done that off the bat. Like, yeah, you can be in like, come audition for this movie. Like, she had all that time to
She
do
had the
it.
connections.
That
but
didn't
she
work in
just
the
didn't.
Disney Channel timeline, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
She just didn't. She didn't have the talent. Like,
Have you seen like the memes of like that finale when she's like leaving? She's in the elevator and like the mom's like, Jessie, is there anything else that she wanted to tell me? And she's just like, I don't know, just like enjoy your time before like they grow up.
She
And like
said
the
enjoy it.
mom's eyes are like all wide open and they're just like,
No,
you
I
haven't
think
seen
her
that?
eyes were always wide open.
No, but like her eyes, she was like looking so intently at Jessie.
she's got big eyes. So for the actresses, just like in
No, I know,
general.
but like in general, she just like looked like she like saw a ghost or something. But yeah, that last scene, it was very Disney Channel esque. Like
the
you know,
line was,
this
"It
is-
feels like a party every day." Like she said
that was it. It feels
she
like a
ripped
party
off the
every
theme
day.
song.
Yeah,
She was
like-
singing the theme song too, right? Jessie,
Yeah,
the
I
one
think
with
she
Debbie
does.
Ryan sang it,
I
right?
think I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's her singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with a lot of auto tune. Because I actually listened to it.
I feel like Debbie Ryan can sing. No,
I
she was
think
in Radio
Rad-
Rebel. Doesn't she sing?
I think
Doesn't she sing in that?
yeah, but
Yeah. No,
It's
does she? I
definitely
don't think she
edited.
does.
No.
She's a
Okay.
radio-
Debbie Ryan is definitely
Cannot
a
sing.
character.
Guys, we are Radio Rebel right now.
Right. Exactly.
except wasn't it like anonymous?
It's fine. It's fine. Close enough.
Just turn off the cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll just be our voices.
I don't think she can sing though. If I'm gonna be honest, I think I've listened to it like just her.
It must be
sing.
like a requirement that like if you're
you
a
can-
Disney
yeah.
kid, you have to like sing
Sing
a
in
little.
band.
All of them?
Yeah, like think about all the like
To
of
a
those
certain
eras,
extent.
No,
like
that's true.
Demi Lovato, you know, Selena
Selena
Gomez.
Yeah.
They may not all be like the,
The
best,
best.
but they have to.
Yeah, there were a lot of singers back
Bridget
then. Bridget Mendler, Zendaya.
She can't. Bridget can't sing.
Bridget Did
Bridget
you just say
can
Bridget
sing. She
Mendler
can
can't sing?
Yes, she can.
Okay,
She
good.
can sing. I was
Yeah,
like,
like, she
I'm
can
not
sing.
here for the
Heard
Bridget
I
Mendler
love her
Mendler.
song.
Like
I love her
absolutely not.
music.
Have you heard Ready or Not?
Yeah,
that
Those are my
hits,
songs.
Hurricane.
Yeah, that's exactly. Do we need to pull up a song right now?
No, I
my
think
God.
her and like Zendaya, like the only ones I can probably. Oh,
Yeah.
and Demi Lovato can obviously. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's got
Selena
oh, yeah,
Gomez.
Zendaya released a song with Disney too. I forgot that.
which one?
Yeah.
The
The
dance song.
A
the
dream like
yeah,
this.
that one.
That one. And
there
then
one
like
where,
Bella Thorne had
like,
TTYLXOX.
I love that song.
That song is such a bop.
Those songs like literally shaped our childhood.
Literally.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
In the same dress. Love it.
Dang,
I just love
okay.
the Shake It Up theme song though, like that. Which apparently
Yeah.
is like Selena Gomez singing it or something.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, they could all sing back then.
Yeah.
Just love
Just
love Disney.
not Debbie Ryan.
Disney is just doing it.
Yeah. That era we grew up in
Yeah.
was a good.
We're just superior.
What can I say?
Okay, we're going to play our first round of our last games of Whose Line Was It? So, let's just get into it. All right, the first line is men in Los Angeles have oddly specific taste in women. Is it A, Jessie, our nanny, Christina, the mother of the Ross children, or C, is it Emma, the eldest daughter of the Ross family?
I'm gonna go with Jessie on that one.
I feel like this is probably wrong, but I think I'm gonna go Emma.
I feel like it might be Jessie.
Okay. Final answers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Christina. No, those are
Yeah.
wrong.
Is that Christina? No, I'm kidding. It's Jessie.
Okay, good.
You guys got it right. Yeah. This was when she was approached by the director of this tournament of specters, a super weird guy, R.J. Roberts, whatever his name is, who compliments very specific details about her. He was weird. He was an oddball. All right. Second line. Good luck on the first day of the rest of your life, you big star. Is it A, Luke, one of the Ross children who has the huge crush on Jessie? Is it B, Tony, the doorman, who I think was also like Jessie's ex? Or is it C, Emma, the eldest daughter?
I think Tony.
I think it was Tony.
I'm
at the
feeling-
end, right?
I don't know why, but I think Emma. But you guys are probably right.
I don't know
now
why
that you're
either.
saying it.
Wow, Gabby.
Let's see.
It is Tony, the doorman,
What's the shot?
got a job as a doorman at the studio and bumps into Jessie and wishes her luck, rooting for her because they're soulmates. I don't care what anyone says. Tony and Jessie are meant to be together. And that's it. That's whose line was it for Jessie?
I'm getting a quick note that says we're only getting music out. Is that just
What?
is that just one person issue, or
Music.
can
I don't
someone
know.
please confirm or text somebody that you can hear us?
Yeah.
So they just listen to little bits of music every 5 minutes.
I that's also my mom who said that, but last week she couldn't hear us and we were fine. So
Well, let me pull up the Spirit Live.
Let's see.
just
Let's
a
play this
quick
out
break to
loud.
confirm this.
Yeah. We might make a feedback.
No,
loop,
we're it's working.
Okay, we're fine. It might just be on the
though. Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
fine.
We hear from the control
Mom,
room.
again, you're doing this to me.
You've got some trolls on there.
I
Yeah.
think maybe your mom's like speakers or something.
Yeah, she's like restarted. Now I can hear you.
We appreciate her for listening, though.
Yeah, thanks for listening, Mama. But just
She's trolling with the show.
I know that's really what's happening. She's trolling us this
She
whole
missed the
time.
April Fool's episode though. She's like a couple weeks late. It's all good. We like a good prank anytime, so she's welcome to keep.
That's true. Thanks for the pranks, Mom.
Yeah.
Thanks for the pranks.
We love it. Keep it coming. Yeah.
Okay, cool. With that little break, let's go into our next finale episode. This is one of my favorites. It is How I Met Your Mother. And if you are a How I Met Your Mother fan, the finale episodes, mainly the finale season, is a really controversial topic because no one really likes how it ended, and we'll get into that. So basically, the last episodes is like a two-parter series. It's like one episode and a second one, and it kind of just starts off at Barney and Robin's wedding reception. Yes, Barney and Robin get married.
Well, I was extremely confused about that.
That was a plot twist of all plot twists. Then Ted is about to leave for Chicago because he's still in love with Robin, so he can't live in New York anymore. He's like, this is going to be too painful. So he's moving to Chicago when he sees the bassist of the wedding band, a.k.a. Tracy, a.k.a. his future wife. But then he's like, no, I still gotta go. So he leaves and he says goodbye to his friends. And then on the train station, who happens to be there, but also the bassist of the band. And then this whole time he's basically contemplating, should I talk to her? So there's a bunch of like flash forward scenes to like him in New York planning his wedding, finding out that she's pregnant, moving to their home, Barney and Robin breaking up, leaving the iconic apartment, you know, them growing up and moving out and all those things. And so then, like in part 2, they have Marshall becoming a judge, Robin's career taking off, Barney having a kid, all of them splitting up and reuniting, and all the things you go through in friendships and groups. And then he finally goes and approaches Tracy, and they kind of start having like a cute argument about who this like yellow umbrella belongs to, because it's currently raining and they're holding a yellow umbrella, and they realize that they've been accidentally sharing this umbrella for like years and they didn't know. So it's kind of cute. And then that is the end, and it flashes back to him talking to his kids, and he's like, and that, kids, is how I met your mom. And they're like, this is complete BS. You only had the last like little bit to talk about mom. Like the entire time was about like Robin and all these things. Like, I don't think you actually wanted to tell us to how you met your mom. I think you wanted to tell us that you're still in love with Robin and you want our blessing. And he's like, yeah, okay, maybe. And then they're like, okay, yeah, you can go be with her. And the plot twist is that we find out the mother actually died 6 years before from some unknown sickness, which is really sad. But then in the end, he ends up, they allude to like him getting back together with Robin because he surprises her at her apartment with the iconic blue French horn from their first date. So yeah, it was really cute. It is cute. It's How I Met Your Mother, but the community hates it for one reason and one reason only. It's that Tracy is in it for like 2 minutes,
Literally,
and then they kill her off, and then they have Ted end up with Robin, even though the entire show is about how they are not supposed to be together and they're not good together. And yeah, so
even though they are.
Exactly. Even though the entire season 9 is also about how Barney and Robin should be together, and then they also divorce too at the end. It's like, So what do you guys think about this show?
I was so confused because I didn't watch. I had started watching it. My plan was to continue and finish watching the entire series. But I didn't get past season 2.
Yeah, because we talked about this before. Yeah.
So I did. I was like, maybe I shouldn't watch the final episode, but I did anyway. And I was just like, hold on, Barney and Robin, what's going on? What's going on here? What's going on here? And then the mother shows up, and they're together for a bit, and then she dies, and then he ends up with Robin. I was like, okay, did you need all those seasons for that? All you really needed was maybe the last season to find out how he met them.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Or use the whole season 9 to like explain what you explained in 20 minutes.
Like that was it was literally the last bit of the show. Like the little bit was how he actually met their mother. I was like, okay. And I'm happy I didn't actually finish the entire series.
Yeah, I haven't seen the show like just before the finale. So like when I was watching it, I was like, first of all, like I don't even know the character, like Ted and the mom. They just like
Tracy,
yeah. They just like seem like they're like a cute little couple, and like when they were under the umbrella and stuff, it just like I was like, oh, that's like so nice, and like that's like. They just like look like they're meant to be together. And then when he's like, but then she got sick. I was like, what? Where did that come from? Like, why was that necessary?
Right?
Like, that literally came out of nowhere. And then, yeah, he ended up being with Robin. So I was like, okay. And then David Henry was like one of the kids, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was so confused. Like, what happened out of nowhere that she got sick? And then they're like, yeah, she died.
And like the kids, David Henry had to record that section like back in season 1 because they were growing up, right?
Yeah.
So they've known the entire time
that she dies.
Yeah, and then they still have to like continue recording the show and everything. But then also seeing like Barney have like a kid, and like he seems like he has like more like a free lifestyle and likes to do whatever he wants to do. But then like when he gets a kid, he kind of like becomes more grounded a little bit.
But that scene with the baby was beautiful when he was crying. I was like, wow,
I thought that was so cute.
Yeah, big time. Like, you are the love of my life.
Yeah.
The whole speech. She's like, I'll never say that to a girl. And then he gets this kid, and he says that right away. I'm like, okay,
that's the right one. That's
really
the only
nice
girl you should be
full circle
saying.
moment with Barney. He kind of grew out of the
party
bachelor
animal
he was.
Exactly.
And he kind of settles. Not that like it would have been fine if he stayed as the bachelor, but all of his friends were going on a different path, so you're seeing the separation between them.
Yeah.
And then now he kind of was on the same wavelengths as all his friends, which was nice because now they kind of bonded a bit more, because he's like, oh, let's stay up till 3 a.m. and they're like, no, 9:45, and then reverse later, he's like, yeah, 9:45, and then they kind of just it brought him closer with his friends too, which was really nice.
Yeah. And I found it nice though that the writers too also showed that like not like the love of your life doesn't have to always be like a partner that you find, right? Like some people aren't meant to have partners like that, and that's not like the end for Barney, and like for him it was having his
baby
own
girl.
They didn't even show the girl who
No, it's number 31.
yeah,
That's
number 31,
the most irrelevant part.
Did she just like disappear? So it's not just his kid. Like
she's like
gone.
number 31 or something.
number 31.
She birthed and dipped.
Yeah, pretty much.
Birthed and dipped.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show with minus the whole Tracy thing, All right, we're going to play another round, our last round for my section of Whose Line Was It? How I Met Your Mother edition. Again, if you don't know the rules, we are going to be saying iconic lines from the episodes, and you've got to guess who in the show said it. All right, let's get started. First line. To Ted Evelyn Mosby, a man with more emotional endurance than anyone I know. It was a long, difficult road. Thank God we finally got here. Who said that? Was it Marshall, Ted's lawyer best friend? B. Lily, the artist married to Marshall, who's also Ted's best friend? And Robin, the news reporter and Ted's ex.
I know it's not Robin.
I remember the scene where they say it too.
I want to say Marshall or Lily.
I'm going with Lily for that one.
I'm going to go with Marshall.
I'm going with Marshall.
I'm pretty sure I remember Lily.
Stefan, you're right.
Oh,
The answer is B,
okay.
Lily. She makes the toast right before Tracy and Ted finally get married.
I needed that recovery from,
You
from
got
the
it.
Jesse episode.
All right, the second line is your TM, totally mistaken, because this umbrella has belonged TM to me. Although I did lose it for a few years there. Who said that? Was it A, Ted, the hopeless romantic, lead? Is it B, Marshall, the lawyer best friend? Or C, Tracy, the bassist in the band and the mother?
Well, we know it's either
It's
Ted
Tracy.
or Tracy.
Yeah, it's Tracy.
I'm going with Tracy.
It's Tracy.
And so are you guys, apparently.
Yeah.
Unanimously decided Tracy?
Yeah.
Oh, you're all right.
Okay.
Crazy.
I was a little concerned there.
Yeah,
You have
was like tuning.
There's no way.
Had to freak you out a little. No, when Ted and her first meet on the train platform when it's raining, they hide under Tracy's umbrella and they start claiming that it's mine, Ted Mosby, TM, or no, Tracy McConnell, TM. And
Literally the
they get
cutest
into this
scene
little
ever.
argument.
Yeah. And then she died.
Wow, she's
I mean, like,
Literally 2 minutes later.
All right, so it is time for our third show. My final show as well, obviously. I'm not going to keep going the show by myself. I need the whole crew, so finale for me as well. We are going to be talking about Blue Mountain State, or BMS, if you like abbreviations, and this one is called The Cornfield. So if I'm going to recap the show, lots of crazy stuff happens. It's about college football life, but it's, I'll say the quote-unquote college football life, because it does not resemble university or college at all. It's no academics whatsoever. Lots of illegal stuff, lots of drugs, lots of sex, lots of raunchy humor, and lots of stupidities, which makes for a really funny show. Be a terrible life, but a very funny show. Fun to watch, you know? And the third season, last episode, finale, is they take it back to the football, which is, I think, really nice, because it kind of, gets back to the storyline a bit of the show, and it takes it to a cornfield because they got disqualified from the final game. So they lost the final game, but the team who won didn't really feel like they won because they just got it granted to them, and there's that big rivalry and everything. So they settle it, on a cornfield. They build a new field where there's no fans, no nothing, and they're really doing it for the love of the game and not for the hype of the crowd or, people watching them, for all the girls at the school, the people that are going to give them praise. There's nobody there. Nobody cares. No one's going to know who actually won. It doesn't really matter because it's not even an official game, right? But they battle it out on a cornfield, and you see the characters, struggle through the one last game of football, bond together. And it's a really nice way to end this show. Again, a little bit of a full circle moment, taking it back to the football championship. But to give you guys an idea of what this show really is and who the characters are, basically main characters, we've got Marty, the coach. He is the stereotypical hard-ass coach. He's got a divorced ex-wife that he keeps coming back and he keeps going back to and all that stuff. And essentially the hard-ass coach, but times 10. Everything's on the extreme with this. We've got Alex Moran, who is not the starring quarterback, but he's also one of the quarterbacks, and his idea is to never star. He wants to he's a little lazy. His approach to life is to kind of if he can take a shortcut to anything, whether it's his grades, whether it's with girls, whether it's with football, he'll do it. We've got Sammy, the mascot, who is very stupid and very horny, but Alex's best friend. And Thad, who is extremely passionate about football, but even dumber than all of them. And they get through a lot of crazy stuff. If you're ready for some stuff you've never heard before, unless you've watched the show, they did a cookie run, which sounds a little bit innocent, but it was part of their hazing. And the catch was they put a cookie in their bum, like a little Oreo, and they got to walk across or run across the football field. If the cookie falls, you lose, and the first person to win the race, you win. All the losers have to kind of eat the cookie. And that was like, just getting started.
What the heck?
It's a little wild. But to give you an idea who Thad Castle is, he didn't have to run. He chose to run. He won the race, and he still ate the cookie. So
nice.
Man
so
of
that's why
dignity.
Lovely imagery.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of dedication, but that's a great way to summarize the show with one event. Every episode is another version of that, and so if that's what you're into, a lot of raunchy stuff. But if not, definitely, like I said, I guess TV versus reality perception of what is college and what is college sports.
Yeah.
Maybe also too because like I think the Canadian university experience is different than the American
college and university.
So
Yeah, true. Like I mean, college sports are huge, right? They've got March Madness.
Yeah.
College football is massive out in the States, but
there's definitely hazings going on.
Yeah.
for sure. But I also don't think they can get away with all the illegal stuff that they do.
Oh, probably.
And, like, I think the athletes are in much better health than these guys here, right? They're not partying and doing drugs every single day. I'm sure they party, but like they're not.
They're still
They're going
athletes.
to the gym at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
type of thing. Like these are professional athletes, or borderline
Hungover,
professional.
maybe. Still at the gym, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The show
exactly.
had Annie Murphy in it.
I just saw that.
Yeah, and it had one of the football players for the other team. He was also on Schitt's Creek, which
Oh my
I saw him. I was
God.
like, oh, I know you from somewhere. But didn't they have to like cut down like a full field of weed to get to like that football field? Because it was in the middle of like the cornfield that there was a bunch of weed that they grew, and then they had to cut down all the weed. And then like he burned it for God to get high, which like made everyone get angry at him at Thad, because like no one got to smoke the weed, and like he just
so
wanted
sad.
God to be able to get high. But yeah, he definitely seems like kind of has like the dumb.
No, there's
dumb
lots of
kinda
stupid
character.
shenanigans. Like Sammy, one of the characters, he's the mascot. And there's one time he was shaving, and starts shaving his chest, goes down, and he cuts his penis.
Nice.
So the doctor gives him stitches, but he says you can't get hard or it'll rip through the stitches. And he had to just keep on going back to the doctor. But it was like this guy never gets any girls, and then as soon as that happens, they all turn to him for some reason. They were like knocking on his door. The cheerleaders were like, "Oh, what's wrong, Sammy?" He's like, "No, I don't want to talk today." And,
Definitely, yeah. It's definitely like the college and like all like sexual and stuff like that. And I mean like I only saw the final episode, but it definitely seemed like it was like very college-esque and party and all that
100%.
stuff.
It's a wild one for sure.
Yeah.
And fun to watch. I don't know if it'd be fun to be in it because
Maybe not.
there's a lot of a lot of stuff that'd be a little bit more exhausting or illegal and going to jail and stuff like that. That
Jail.
would be not the best toll on your health or your grades or anything. But if you're just watching the show and it's just fictional characters, you'll get a great laugh out of it. So
Nice.
Blue Mountain State, BMS, if you're in for some raunchy stuff, that's the one for you. And if you haven't guessed it, we are doing one last round of Whose Line Was It? And this one is obviously Blue Mountain State edition. So let's hop right into it with the first line. I did not spend 3 days building a field, sleeping in a barn, drinking milk from a cow for me. I did it for you. Would that be Alex Moran, starting and second quarterback, or Randon Randall, the starting quarterback at season 2, he comes in later, or Sammy, the mascot and Alex's best friend?
Is it Sammy? I think the mascot.
I think Sammy too.
Exactly. You guys nailed it. This is Sammy, who really did a big part in building the cornfield out of the football field, and he didn't do it for himself. He doesn't even play football. He's the mascot, but he did it for his friend Alex and for the rest of the team because he loves those guys at the end of the day.
Oh, Sammy's so nice.
Let's go with the second line. See if you guys can go 2 for 2. I want to kiss you so bad right now, Moran. Would that be Kevin or Thad Castle? I've actually never heard him referred to as Kevin, but that's his real name. The team captain. The guy's passionate about football, but dumber than a doorknob. And then B, would it be Craig Shiloh, the running back of the team, or C, Martin Daniels, the coach of the BMS football team?
Well, I would hope it's not the coach. I'm like,
You'd be
the
surprised.
student.
I don't know for this one, so I'm gonna go
me
with
neither.
that.
I'm just gonna go with
I'm
that
just gonna say that
too.
because that's the only character I really know right now.
Yeah, you guys nailed it again. We got 2 for 2. That is 100% something Thad would say when he's happy at the end that things are working out with the football game.
Yeah.
So he says he's down to kiss Alex. And,
As he should.
exactly.
Okay, we're on our 4th and final show, and it is the one and only The Office, and it's called Finale.
Whoa.
Whoa! Get this, the finale is called Finale.
Wow.
Crazy. Anyways, the last episode, it's the Office documentary is being released to the public from PBS, and then Dwight's getting married, Stanley's retired, Kevin got fired, but then he got a job as a bartender. Dwight has a bachelor party with all the guys from the office that Jim throws for him, and he does a bunch of Guntenprogs, which are happy pranks and stuff like that. And then Angela has a bachelorette party where there's strange events as well. Meredith's son comes as a stripper.
That was so interesting.
She's like, no, Jakey, you can do it. But then Angela gets kidnapped as a part of a wedding ritual where Dwight has to go find her at a pub and buy drinks for everyone there. Mose kidnaps Angela. And then they go to the pub, and it's Kevin's pub, so then Dwight and Kevin are able to make everything good with each other. And then Michael comes to the wedding. He makes a nice little reunion at the wedding. He has a wonderful line, "That's what she said" line. And then he and Dwight reconnect, and Pam and Jim sell their house so they can move to wherever Jim's business is going to be. But yeah, this episode was I think 53 minutes long.
It was
a longer one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what'd you guys think?
So sad.
It is.
Right?
It just makes me think of because the ultimate end of something, if you ever have a really good connection with your work, or even with school, it's your class is graduating and you're all separating, it's something like that. It's the perfect representation of what that's like, because it's just sad. They're all together for one last time, even though there's the little reunion where Michael comes back because him leaving was pretty sad. And then it was just beautiful. And I was like, wow. And I was a little lost for a sec when they were at the paneling. So I was like, what? I thought they were getting married. I was like, did I fall asleep or something? What happened? But The wedding was definitely something interesting.
They got married in their graves.
Yeah.
And then someone's like, why is it so shallow? But yeah, that was an aspect of it. And then at the what was it called again, where they were answering all the questions?
The panel.
The panel. Erin finds her mom and dad.
Oh,
and that was so cute.
That was
I
She's
love
like,
how she didn't notice it though.
and yeah, Erin is like very clueless like that, but I'm so happy that she like found her mom.
Yeah.
I love Erin. She's
And then the mom, she was actually an actress in Shameless, which is kind of cool seeing her in this.
I know her from
but-
something, but
Yeah.
it wasn't Shameless. I just know her from something. I can't figure out what it is though.
But yeah, I thought it was cute that she found her mom and everyone was just
They're
like
all
all
looking
happy.
at her, and
Yeah, they're like,
so
girl,
excited.
like
Yeah.
read the room.
They're like, oh my gosh, and she's like, what is there a follow-up question? I was like,
I loved Erin.
Also, when Michael came back for Dwight's wedding, that was really sweet too.
It was sweet.
I was waiting on it. I was like, is he
Yeah.
gonna show up?
Yeah,
Is he gonna show up?
he had to come.
And I
We
was
know
like-
your contract ended, but
And he's like, it's like all my kids grew up and got married to each other. It's every parent's dream.
Can we talk about Kelly and Ryan?
Oh my
Oh my God.
goodness.
Because I remember we talked about it in, was it the Valentine's Day episode?
Yeah.
We had talked about this.
What?
And
Kelly and Ryan back at it again.
Back
I
at
love
it
it.
again.
left the child.
She ran away from her like doctor boyfriend
Yeah.
Ravi,
And they just
and
ran
ditched
off
the
together.
child. Too,
Yeah.
that
baby Drake.
baby Drake.
That was the name?
Drake, yeah. And he's like, oh my god, I love the rapper Drake. And he's like, no, Kelly, it's not named after the rapper Drake. It's a combination of Blake and Drew. So it's Drake.
Oh.
It's like, okay.
Interesting.
Ryan's another breed.
It could have been Blue.
Could have
This is
been.
true.
Combination of-
Yeah. That's true.
But
Blue.
But no,
But
you
I
picked
guess Drake.
Drake.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Drake's probably a better name than
yeah.
Blue. But Blue's pretty cool.
Wow.
Blue's kind of
Blue Ivy.
is like
I like
unique.
Blue. I
yeah.
like the name Blue. Actually, I just wouldn't name my kid
But
Blue.
it'd be spelled like BLEW.
BLEW.
BLEW? Like you blew the candles out on
Like
your birthday
Drew,
cake?
right? Is like
Yeah,
EW,
yeah.
Drew,
So
yeah.
Spelling like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
not.
that would just be jokes on.
so awful.
it'd be bad.
I was gonna name
Like
my kid
jail
Blue.
to those
Quick
parents.
PSA to anyone listening: do not name your
Your
child
kid.
Blue.
Yeah,
You can do it.
Spelled
Don't
like
spell
that.
it like that.
If you're debating Drake or Blue, just go with
Go
Drake.
Drake.
Definitely.
But yeah, would you guys think of like Dwight and Angela finally coming together?
I'm so happy.
And
they're
then like
together.
I love how like Dwight he fires Pam and Jim because then they get severance pay,
Yeah.
which is really
Yeah.
cool. And then like he is talking about how like all his there's lines coming up, so I won't say the lines specifically, but yeah, I think it's like a very very nice happy ending and
Beautiful ending.
yeah.
It's so sweet they end up together because they're just weird enough for each other,
Mhm.
and they've been apart for so long, and they finally get to be together.
Yeah. I wanted to cry.
Yeah.
I didn't. No tears. No tears.
Pam and Jim on the first, and then they fix that too.
Yeah. I like all the flashbacks and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's what I don't like. I like when shows do that, but at the same time, it's sadder when shows do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that they also didn't read what was in the letter that Jim gave
Oh, yeah.
him. That was
Yeah.
really cute. Okay, sweet. So our final whose line was it? First line, ever.
Ever.
This is the last one that you're ever gonna hear. Anyways.
No pressure, I guess.
Yeah, first line is I don't have coworkers anymore. I have subordinates. Is it Dwight? The no nonsense coworker doesn't easily pick up on social cues. He's very, like by the books and stuff. Is it Meredith Palmer, the outspoken girl lady, and she's prone to injury, and she used to be drinking and stuff like that, but she's a cool lady. Or is it Michael Scott, the boss with an infinity supply of inappropriate jokes?
Well, it's
There's Dwight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dwight.
No nonsense man.
Period. Y'all were correct. Yeah. Okay. Second line is I worked for a paper company all these years and I never wrote anything down. It was a Stanley Hudson, known as the grumpy coworker. Phyllis Vance, the quiet woman at the back of the room, enjoys gossip. She's like the nice grandma lady. Or is it Jim, who's the guy that's in a relationship with Pam?
I think it's Phyllis.
I was leaning between Stanley or Jim, so
so
I
you're
don't
way
even know.
off.
I
Just
think
pick
you guys
one
are
now.
gonna
Final
be right,
answer.
so I'm gonna sign. You guys went Phyllis so easily, so I'm going.
It is Phyllis. She does
Yeah.
say that. You are correct.
I piggyback that one for sure.
It
But
was
it's all good.
old Phyllis.
2 for 2.
Yeah, we're
Way to
geniuses.
go, guys.
Look at that. The last one.
That was it. Wow.
We got that last one
Wow,
right.
thank
Okay. All right. We've covered a lot today. We talked about Jessie, How I Met Your Mother, Blue Mountain State, and The Office. The wonderful, maybe slightly hated finale episodes of these beloved series. But what a great way to cap off the end of our season. What did you guys think about the shows we talked about? What do you think about the series so far? Anything we missed or topics we should have discussed? Any iconic finales that you love? Well, let us know on our Instagram, couchpotato.show. Again, that's couchpotato.show. And before we go, we'd just like to say a huge thank you to everyone who was a part of the Couch Potato family this season. The show would not be possible without our tech team. I don't know if you want to hand to you. Yeah. Of course, our writing team, who's first all over. And of course, our lovely audience. Big clap for you guys. We worked really hard this semester, and although there have been some technical difficulties along the way, we have enjoyed every minute of it, and we hope you did too. So
Yeah,
thank
shout
you.
out to the audience giving us tech support too.
Yes.
All of the text.
Yeah.
All the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, parents.
and friends
Yeah.
letting us know when they couldn't hear us or when they
Thank
could
you.
hear us even before we started our show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're the real ones.
They are the real.
Thank you.
Fans are always
Yeah.
the best. We gotta give the love to the fans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta shout them
absolutely.
out.
True supporters.
No, it's truly been a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and yeah, thank you again so much for listening, and let us know again. I mean, we'll still be active on the social media, so just let us know if you want us to talk about anything else. If maybe we should come back another
Come
season.
back next
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
baby.
Let us know if you
Your
want
own
us
show.
back.
To the studio one more time. I'd be down for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just do
Maybe
our own little
expand a
thing
little
on the
bit more
side.
past sitcoms too. You know?
At Spirit Live,
Maybe
you
talk
should bring
about
Couch
movies
Potato
or something.
back.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see
let
what
them
happens.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Couch Potato. Bring them back.
Yeah, we're not spreading propaganda, but if you wanted to.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well,
No.
thank you. I mean, do you guys want to say anything else super quickly before we go? Or
No! Go!
I know.
No. Okay, Gabby.
No, I
Dang.
hated it here. No, I'm
another hot
kidding.
take by Gabby to final this one off.
Hot
That's
take.
our
There
spin-off
we
show.
go.
That's a hot take.
Gabby's hot
Gabby.
take. Let us know if you want Gabby's hot take. Oh my god.
I don't want Gabby's hot take.
All right. Well, thank you so much again for listening. And we hope all you couch potatoes out there have a binge worthy summer. And bye for now.
Bye!
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.